Hey, what's up guys? You're watching Theo Joe Tech. Now, recently there have been tons of rumors that Apple will be removing the 3.5mm headphone jack from the next iPhone and instead integrating it into the Lightning port, so there will be no more headphone jack. You would have to use an adapter. This has been really controversial. There are some reasons I know for why Apple would want to do this, and a couple reasons why I think it's pretty stupid, but there are reasons for and against, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. Now, it's important to note that these are still rumors at this point, but there have been some leaked photos of what are apparently the next iPhone 7 case. So we can look at that and see that in this photo, there are no headphone jacks. It's just the Lightning port. So it kind of makes you wonder, why would Apple do this? The biggest reason most people cite is that it would increase the amount of space you have to work with inside the phone. They say that the headphone jack is relatively large as far as components go, and you would free up a lot of space to either make the phone thinner or even increase the size of the screen because it wouldn't be blocked by that headphone jack. And some people say if it wasn't through the headphone jack and instead through the Lightning port, the digital signal would increase the audio quality. On the other hand, removing the 3.5mm headphone jack would be extremely inconvenient. You would need an adapter to use virtually every headphones on the market today. 3.5mm is ubiquitous. And then if you were to buy a headset that is specially designed for an iPhone, say, you would have to get another adapter to use it with every other device that uses 3.5mm. Now, if you're normally carrying around headphones, it wouldn't really be a big deal to carry around an extra little adapter. It's just one little thing to carry around more. But I think the bigger problem would be if you don't really carry around headphones and you're in a place where you want to use a standard input jack, but you don't have that adapter with you, perhaps at a friend's house to plug it into their speaker or something like that, and you don't want to have to worry about thinking, do you have this adapter? Should you bring it with you? It just makes things so much more inconvenient. And I'm not even convinced about the upsides of removing the headphone jack. Do we really need, for example, a thinner phone? Does it really make a difference? I don't give a crap if my phone is 0.5 millimeter thinner than it used to be. If anything, it makes it more fragile and more breakable. I'd rather have a thicker phone with a bigger battery and better performance than a thin phone that just looks nice, especially considering I'm gonna be putting a case on it anyway. The other argument about increasing the size of the screen, I don't think that works either, because you'd only be able to get an extra couple millimeters in one direction. It's not like it would increase the size of the entire screen. You just get a few millimeters on one side. And plus, if they were so concerned about reducing the bezel, why don't they just remove it from the top, which doesn't have a headphone jack? But to be fair, these positives and the reasons for removing it are only from speculators, and we don't know what's going on inside Apple's head. It could be that they're preparing to introduce some killer feature that wasn't possible until they remove the amount of space that the headphone jack would have taken up, and it has nothing to do with phone thickness or screen size. For example, there are rumors that the next iPhone will have wireless charging, which I think is a big deal, but I really doubt that they can only do that because they're removing the headphone jack. So to be sure, we're just gonna have to wait and see what Apple does. I personally think it's pretty stupid to remove the headphone jack. It's so ubiquitous, it's even more ubiquitous than USB, so I think a lot of people will be mad if they can't use their normal audio devices to stream from their iPhone, or when they go to their friend's house, they have to worry about bringing it, or in the car, the friend's car playing music. All these things, you have to worry about carrying an adapter. It's just really inconvenient. I don't think it's the right move. But of course, no matter what we think, Apple is just gonna do what they think, so it doesn't really matter anyway. I, on the other hand, am interested in what you guys think, so you can let me know down in the comment section. Would you get the iPhone if it didn't have a 3.5mm jack? Would you be pissed off? Would you not want to get the adapter? Or do you not even care? And if you want to continue watching, I've got some other videos on the right-hand side. You can just click those or look in the description for the same link, like if you're on a phone. And if you want to subscribe, I make new videos at least every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I think it should be worth it. Looking forward to hearing from you guys either here on YouTube or on Twitter. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.